Hello, everybody. This is the first ever Blame podcast. I can't talk. I'm joined here today by my friend Hunter, the guy that I found on the side of the street because nobody could show up and my budget is negative 27. How's it going, Hunter?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you, know?
I'm doing pretty good.
Nice.
I'm kind of upset that nobody could show up to the podcast except for you, but at least you're here, and we're
Yeah.
gonna have to improvise, and we're just gonna have to talk to each other for a bit.
Yep.
And I'm going to also improvise with something for you guys to watch because I did not want to make a camera work. So, yeah, I'm sorry about this, but this is I had to put something up on the channel. I just had to.
Yeah.
I'm
Can't leave it
impatient.
blank.
I'm just impatient. That's how that is.
Yeah. Welcome everyone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
We're just gonna be talking about topics and
Yeah, we're just gonna talk and then we're gonna see where it goes. I don't know. I got a list here of things for us to talk about in case we ever get lost, which is good. We should just always have a list of things to talk about. Always, like, just carry around a list, like when you go to school and your teacher asks you how your day is, and you just pull out a list out of your back pocket and go, "Oh, I did that one, did that one, did that one." Do you like cheese, Mrs. Tape? That'd be pretty good.
so
Want to just start strong?
let's start strong.
All right. The first thing on the list is VR. So, do you want to talk about VR?
Yeah, let's talk about VR.
Let's talk about VR. What's your favorite VR game?
My favorite VR game of all time. Alright. This I know the answer to easily because I just love this game. It's like probably my favorite game just in general.
Mhm.
It's called Half-Life Alex.
It's Half-Life Alex. Dude.
Yeah, that game is literally.
That game was groundbreaking, honestly.
I know the graphics and everything, and like just the game design on that.
Yeah, like
it's
the fact that you could just pick up a chair and as like a head crab jumps towards you, you could just go bunk and
Yeah,
just
you
hit straight out a window.
Literally, like what? How does like you
Like,
can?
the fact that they had to program all that in, that's crazy. And
Mm,
it was a really good game. My favorite game is Beat Saber, but that's just because I'm the type of person that likes something that's really hard because when I do some when I beat it, then I feel really good about myself.
really hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which is why I play games like Osu and all that stuff because they're really difficult to play, but they're really fun when you do it right.
Mm.
Dude, lots of people get motion sick when they play the game.
Yeah.
I remember
How do you-
taking my girlfriend to the VR arcade and we got in and tried to play a game and she was immediately motion sick and I was like, well, that sucks. Can't relate.
Can't relate. Sorry.
I didn't actually understand. I just kept going, and I didn't really understand what was happening, so I just kept going, and then she was, like, super sick, and I was like, oh, maybe we should stop playing VR.
Maybe we should actually address the situation.
Maybe it's a good idea if we step away from the VR. And then she got out, and she was like, why would you do that to me? I'm like, listen, man, I don't get motion sick, ever, for any reason. The closest thing I ever got to motion sick was when I was driving in a car and I was reading on a 3DS because I was playing Pokemon, which requires reading. I know, and
Yeah.
and I was like, I said to my nana, I was like, Nana, I'm feeling a little sick. She's like, you're probably just a little car sick. I got out of the car for 5 minutes, got back in, went straight back on my DS.
Nice.
The DS was the stuff while I was in New Zealand. That's all I had. It was a DS. The 3DS, I played Pokemon. That's it. No, they would not buy me any other game. I just had Pokemon.
Only had Pokemon.
I had
not
Pokemon.
even like any other game. Not even Mario.
No.
Not even nothing.
Not even Mario, dude. Not even
just,
Mario.
Just Pokemon.
Imagine if I had Mario Kart, I could have been on those time trials, dude.
Yep. You could have been slaying.
It's crazy that when I was playing games back then, I would always see the time trials. I'd be like, this is a waste of time. I never want to play a time trial. Why would I want to play a time trial? And then now I recently got into speedrun. I'm like, time trial. It's the only thing to play.
Trial. Yeah.
And I'm like, what's really time trial? I don't know why I got into speedrunning. I honestly don't. I don't remember what the game I saw that intrigued my interest in speedrunning. I don't remember what it was. I think it was Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
I think I was just scrolling through my recommended section, and I saw on my recommended section on YouTube was a recommended video that said Mario beat in under 50 minutes. Sorry, not under 50, under an hour. And then I was like, oh, that's cool. Let me see this video. And then I got super intrigued by it. And then I was like, oh, damn, I have Super Mario Odyssey. And then I started speedrunning Super Mario Odyssey kind of casually. I'm not really trying too hard. Um, and then I got really into the scene. And I started watching strats and stuff. And now I'm like actually speedrunning it. And then now I realize that Super Mario Odyssey isn't the game for me. Because to speedrun a game, you have to first enjoy it. And B, want to spend a lot of time on it. Because you're going to spend a lot of time on it. So you have to like the game.
Yeah.
And want to spend hours on it. And that was not the case for Super Mario. I think my fastest score was 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 36 seconds.
Yeah.
That was my fastest time on Super Mario Odyssey.
Bro, honestly though, how do speedrunners even like do their stuff though? Like you have to be you have to perfect every move at like every like I don't know, just like you have to perfect every jump and every dash and every jump or like whatever
every dash,
every jump and yeah, whatever. But like
it takes a lot of practice, and you start to like remember how to do it all.
Yeah.
I remember having friends over and I was speedrunning Super Mario Odyssey, and they're like, "How do you remember all this?" And like, it's like riding a bike. It really, you don't remember all of it until you get to it, and then you know how to do it. You get to it, and you're like, "All right, this is what we're doing next." Like, I don't remember the entire thing right off the bat. You just get to it, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I remember what I gotta do here."
But like even the speedrunners that have to like that try and break world records, like they have to
Yeah, they have to do everything perfect. There's no leeway.
Yeah, once they fail like once, they have to restart their entire.
Yeah, there's me that'll like die like that'll die like that 17 times and still get a new PB, and then there's the speedrunners that will like miss a jump by 2 pixels. They're like, that's dead run.
Yep.
I guess that's it. That's it. That we're over.
Lost by 2 milliseconds. Dead run.
I'm actually gonna move on to something else in the list because we can train off of it. I'm really confused about whether I'm competitive or not now, because I'm usually not competitive, and then when I do speedrunning, I'm a little bit competitive, but I'm not competitive because I'll like I won't strive to get greatest times in the world, but I'll strive to get good times. It's weird. Like, I'll get certain games, I'll be like, I'm gonna get the best in the world, and then there's other games I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try.
I'm just gonna try.
Try.
Whatever happens, happens.
I do think that speedrunning kind of ruins a game, though.
Yeah.
It ruins a game in the sense that when you speedrun a game, you will never see that game the same ever. Like, I was speedrunning a game and I saw someone like casually playing Super Mario Odyssey. I was like, dude, why aren't you doing a long jump, triple jump to get on top of that platform? And they were like doing the puzzle. I was like, dude, just literally, if only you knew how to just jump and then cap throw up there.
And just not even do anything that the developers worked hard on.
Yeah. And it really ruins the game to start speedrunning because you go too fast, you don't play the story or anything, and then like it always happens where like I'll watch someone play and I'm like, oh, he's about to do the jump. Oh wait, he's not. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's a casual playthrough, not a speedrun.
Yeah.
I really suggest like you always play casually before you speedrun. Always.
Yeah.
Even I played Celeste. I started getting to Celeste. I played Celeste casually the first time. It took me 17 hours. But I beat Celeste casually once, and then now I'm speedrunning it. But I really enjoyed Celeste's story.
Mm.
Really fun parts.
Yeah. And everything like speedrunning, I don't know. You just don't really think of anything about the game. Pretty much, you don't care about the storyline. You just think about getting the fastest time. Because like even in Celeste, like if like you'll just skip all the cutscenes, right? When you're speedrunning, because you just gotta go, right?
Yeah.
But like, just not speedrunning seems more fun because you just enjoy the game and see what the developers have put out.
That's why a lot of people play 100% speedruns, because instead of any percent, which any percent is just beat it as fast as possible. 100% is beat the entire game, like get all the collectibles, do all the crazy stuff as fast as possible. So it's a speedrun, but they still experience the entire game, minus the cutscenes.
I remember watching a speedrun on Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, that would be a fun game to speedrun.
Yeah.
Dude, people speedrun Dark Souls. That's crazy, dude.
I know. But like Shadow of the Colossus, that's the kind of game, especially the PS4 remake, because the graphics seem a lot better now. with the remake on that game. So just speedrunning that is just kind of like hurts. Just all the good details that you could be looking at, and like all the landscapes you could be looking and like loving the storyline or whatever. But they just speedrun everything.
Speaking of stuff that ruins games, have you ever seen a Portal 1, like the first Portal, a speedrun of that?
Yeah.
Dude, they beat the game in 5 minutes by just clipping into wall.
Like,
I don't know what they do. They like go half into portals and they just shoot. There's no way I can follow what's happening ever.
Yeah.
At least in Portal 2, they do like some stuff that makes somewhat sense. But Portal 1, they just break the entire game.
Yeah.
The entire thing is broken. I'm like, what, how, okay. And then they beat the game, and I never understand.
You ever watch those developers react to speedruns?
I watched the Doom one.
Yeah.
Where the developers react to the Doom one, and then there's like the scroll wheel bug where like they spam the scroll wheel to go up, and then it was like a casual run. You know, it was like a normal speed run of Doom. They're like, oh, nothing interesting is happening here. And as soon as they said that, you like scroll and they just jump super high and like, oh, what just happened? Skips the entire level.
Yeah. Like, imagine just being in the developer's shoes and watching that, and then noticing, like, for example, the first Portal game, just watching that, and then, boom, they just break the entire level and skip all your hard work that you just worked on.
Because the first thing is like, dang, that's really cool that someone spent that much time finding all that. And then it's also, dang, I'm really bad at coding.
Yeah. We just... Yeah.
My code was very sloppily written.
How do people even find, like, bugs and stuff?
It's
like,
just people running into corners for an hour.
Yeah, but how do you even find those?
Dude.
Like I remember a certain game. I don't remember what the game was called exactly, but there was one like pixel that you had to get perfect on. And once you hit that pixel, then you just like break the game and you'd fly up into the sky and then get to the very end of the map, like the level. And people were like perfecting it almost every time on speedruns somehow. And I was just like, wow. Because it's like one pixel you have to get perfectly lined up on. And that's the only little whatever.
It's like Celeste with its like 3 pixels. And there's like if you can hit a corner, if you can hit 3 pixels on there's certain 3 pixels on a corner, you jump, you can do something called a corner boost. It'll give you like it'll like let you go on top of it. It'll let you jump, and you'll get a boost from it.
Yeah.
And I still have never done it once, but Super Mario Odyssey is a game about capturing stuff, right? The entire theme is the fact you can throw Cappy and you can become stuff, right? There's a category called minimum captures. Guess how many things you have to capture through the entirety of the run?
Guess.
Yeah.
Over 100.
3.
3. Geesh.
It keeps changing. Like it was 10, and then people keep finding these cool glitches that require a lot of precision.
Wow.
There's this one where you have to like I don't even know what happens, but you make Cappy go way out, and you do random bum drops, and then you like do backflip, and then go to a certain place, and then you like crouch, and then you do backflip. Halfway through your backflip, you switch back to one player mode, and Cappy will hit a checkpoint, and make you not have to do a capture.
Yeah.
You have to do that 7 times.
When you see like those games that they just do like moves that just launch them up and like do a glitch at perfect moments where they just stay in the sky forever.
You're just flying in any game.
And then they just like finally get to their destination of just doing it over and over again. Like I remember seeing a video game not too long ago, and it was the whole level was like a big kind of like it was big. And they did this glitch thing from the start of the level and like clipped through the entire like they went backwards and somehow teleported to the very end of the level and beat the level that's like supposed to be like a 9-minute long level in like 3 seconds.
Oh my god. I was watching a Celeste, it's a task, which is a tool system speedrun, which means that a person goes through it frame by frame and puts in inputs so that for a robot to do. So every frame the robot puts in an input for the game. That's what's called a task. I was watching a task on Celeste Core Seaside, which is the hardest level in the game, and they beat it in 26 seconds by doing this weird hyper dash, like a ultra dash, which is the fastest route of movement, which requires you to do a wave dash and then immediately another wave dash off of a platform, which you don't know what I'm talking about, but it's like and then you go just kind of fast. You go like a little bit faster. But if you do it on a moving platform, when it moves, you gain momentum from that, and you go zoom, right? And they found a route that allows you to keep that momentum from that zoom the entire time, which just ends up making you go to the end of the level with insane speed. 26 seconds to beat the entire level. And I watched, I was like, that was the hardest level in the game. Done in 26 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow. And I can't even beat the fourth level in 25 minutes.
Yeah, I remember watching just the original Doom speedrun, not
Those are
Doom
pretty fun.
not Doom Eternal, but the first one, the remake. And so one of the first levels of the game, you get out of like this elevator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you jump down, you do your little whatever, and then the speedrunner got to like the certain point of the map where there's a cliff.
Mm-hmm.
And you're supposed to jump down, and that's where you fight like your first battle or whatever, or like your second battle arena, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you like unlock grenades and whatever. But once he got there, he made his guy just in a perfect position on like some rock, and then with the dot in the center of the screen, the cursor or the
crosshair.
Crosshair. Whatever. He positioned it perfectly on a rock, and then once he's done that, he looks up at the direction he wants to go, and then out of nowhere he'll just zoom with his pistol and then just launch straight across the map.
Dude.
And like clip through everything.
The crazy thing about the original Doom was that it was such an old game, but yet there was like such little game-breaking like bugs and glitches people could do because there was just so little mechanics to the game. Like even in Super Mario, like there was so many more mechanics that it could break the game, like jumping into blocks and stuff, and doing random wall jumps. But like in that one, there was just like one thing that saved time, and that was strafe running, and then strafe running against walls, and then that was it. There was like nothing else because you couldn't jump, and you could go at a set pace, and like there was nothing else you could really do to like massively break the game. There was some place where you could clip the wall. I don't remember how though. I haven't watched a Doom speedrun in a while. But like, it still wasn't really all that worth it because Doom out of bounds is kind of weird. That's what made it so great that you basically had to play it properly, except for that you just do some cool tricks over here and there, which is crazy. But Super Mario Odyssey is not like that. You break Super Mario Odyssey at every point turn. Not really. You just do a lot of crazy, stupid maneuvers that you shouldn't be able to do normally. Like, I never knew you could backflip onto the chain chomp in the first boss fight. Actually, that's not the first boss. It's the second one. Madame Brutal, where, like, her first move is she throws a chain chomp, and he does a spin thing. If you touch him, you die. You can't throw your cap at him. But apparently, you can backflip on him and land on his head, and he'll stop spinning. Why was that coded into the game? Like, no one was going to ever do that, but apparently someone's going to do that, I guess.
How do you even find, like, bugs and stuff? Do you find them on accident or something? Like,
I doubt
like
anybody would find that out on accident. I bet there's a bunch of speedrunners like, lots of speedrunners that enjoy games, especially Super Mario. They'll probably get on, the first thing they'll do is run around and just try stupid stuff to, like...
And, like, run into random...
Yeah, because, like, as soon as the game comes out, it's like, speedrun.com is open, go ahead, submit your runs. They want to get the fastest run right off the bat. Because just the fact you own world record at some point is a feat.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get their run. They're trying to like learn something to get the run as fast as possible out there, so they can get the shortest run. I believe this first speed run, which was someone's first playthrough, except for which is the intention of going fast. And it was like 4 hours and 30 minutes or something like that. And that was the first speed run. And then some other tricks were found that were pretty cool. There's just a lot of cap jump abusing.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you can throw Cappy and then just dive places. They didn't
bounce on
the
them.
developers did really bad map design
Yeah.
because there's just so many gaps that they're like they did not make big enough because they just didn't think that players would have the big enough brain to just jump over them.
Yeah.
Because there's like one where like you could skip the entire level because like the entrance is at one place and then there's like a gap and then there's the exit and on like another platform that's on the same elevation and it was just like big enough that you couldn't like jump and then dive over there, but you could like long jump, which is like off of a roll if you jump off of a roll, and then you could do a long jump and then a cap throw, and then dive and then you'll make it over there. So that was just like the fastest way to do that. You could just like you just go over, get the Goomba Moon, then you go and long jump over, and you could just skip the entire
Wow.
thing.
Yeah.
They just have a couple of crazy skips, and because there's like a lot of broad movement, there isn't really a whole lot of crazy maneuvers that people do in Mario, except for some stupid stuff like left side tower, which is just looks ridiculous. But I'm not going to get into it
Yeah.
because it looks really dumb.
Yeah, speedrunning's a whole different ballgame.
Speedrun,
Altogether.
it's like you got casual play, which is fun, and then you got speedrunning, which is fun to some people,
Yeah,
but not fun to
yeah.
everybody. It's not speedrunning isn't for everybody. Speedrunning is for people that are looking for something. Like they beat the game, twice, they beat the game 3 times. They're looking for something extra. How about we speedrun the game?
Yeah.
Speedrunning is like a way to keep playing a game, but make it more fun. Because the second time you play a game, it's just less fun.
But also, it does look really visually pleasing.
Yeah, some games are very visually pleasing to watch
Yeah.
people speedrun.
Because, like, just watching them not do all the hard parts, just
You just
launch themselves across the map.
and
just,
especially if you're a casual player, you've never speedrun before, and you watch that stuff, you go,
yeah,
what?
and you're like, I just played through all of that when I could have just done that and then
Dude, I could have
beat
just
that
long
level
jumped
like
over that gap. Why didn't I think of that? Why?
Seriously?
How did I not see that when I played?
Literally.
It's really fun. Anyway, let's move off speedrun. We've been talking about speedrun for like 20 minutes.
Alright.
What games are you playing right now?
What games am I playing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm really playing like 3 games mainly. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
Good game.
Yeah, it's a really fun game.
My dad has it, but he's like, no, you can play if you want, but it's kind of boring. And I'm like, okay, boring, I guess. Like, okay, you're weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you use your imagination, I mean, it can be boring at sometimes, but it also can be pretty fun. Like slaughtering towns. That's
Slaughtering innocent people. Am I right, guys?
Innocent people. And like stealing trains and stuff, that's actually pretty fun. Like you can like drive a train in that game, and there's like a cinematic camera option, and it looks like a movie. It literally looks like a movie.
By the way, we're not sponsored by anything,
Yeah.
but we'd like to be.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, the graphics in that game are amazing. It looks so beautiful. The game design and everything is just crazy.
The fact that people can do graphics in such different ways makes
Yeah.
the game look great. Like Celeste is such a pixely game that I never thought it could look so good.
Yeah.
Celeste, like some of the Celeste, like there's like a wire in the background, like a power line, right? And the power line was a single were like single gray pixels, but they moved right up and down, and
yeah.
it looked so realistic. There were single pixels. Right? And the pixels are pretty big, so it was single pixels, but they like moved up and down, and it was just so satisfying to watch those pixels.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do you make games look this good? Like with these graphics, like they're just getting better and better. Like I thought that like high resolution would make games look good, but you made a pixelated game and it still looks amazing.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah. Another game I'm playing is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That game's
course.
pretty fun.
I tried to play that game. I'm taking a small break from it because it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
I beat the campaign. That was pretty fun. I'm beating the campaign on the harsh difficulty because the campaign was fun the first time. I'm gonna beat it again.
Nice.
I don't remember what level I'm on. I think I'm on Piccadilly because I started it and I was like, actually, on second thought, I'm gonna take a break, and then I never got back to it.
Yeah.
It's like one of those scenarios where like you never want to play it, and then you play it, and you're like, I'm gonna play this for 12 hours.
Yeah.
You just gotta play it.
The third third game I play rarely or regularly, sorry, is No Man's Sky, and it's basically a space game, but it's so it's crazy. It's
Tell me
like,
more about No Man's Sky. I have the game, but I didn't really play it that much.
okay, so No Man's Sky is basically you're a astronaut pretty much, and
Right.
you can choose to be like an alien life form. Like there's like 5 different uh things you can choose from. You can be like a normal astronaut, like a human. You could be a muscular looking alien or something, or
I'm
a
gonna be a
short looking
buff
alien, or like a robot, or a weird flying globe for your head or something. But it's a fun game. You have starships, which are basically just like,
Starships.
yeah, basically.
I don't
just
think there's
starships.
anybody that's not gonna know what a starship
Okay,
is.
okay. It's basically just like it's the size of, I don't know, a truck. Like starships are like, they're not that big, but
They're not that big, but they're like personal ships.
Yeah,
Like imagine
yeah,
your car except for bigger.
like you know Star Wars. Imagine an X-wing. That's what it'd look like.
Yeah,
like,
but it's like your personal space vehicle.
yeah. And so there's like a variety of different starships in this game, and what you can like buy them from different life forms and aliens and blah blah blah, and you can enhance your weapons on it, and you can mine for resources. That's the main one. But that's the main thing you do in the game, is you mine for resources. But you basically can visit different planets and stuff, and it looks so beautiful because galaxies are different colors all the time, and you can like, so you can in your starship you can go forward, just accelerate with your accelerate button.
Accelerator.
But then you can also boost, which gives you an additional
Oh, here
boost,
we go.
obviously. Then you can also hyper jump, which is basically like in your galaxy, you can go really fast.
like light speed.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, not really light speed, but you can just go really fast.
Imagine
Like,
going light
from one
speed straight
side,
to straight to a planet.
yeah,
That's
from one
unfortunate.
planet to another, basically.
Ah.
And so like you can go like tons of light years in like
South.
a few minutes. And so you can also, the final way of transportation is what's it called? Hyper boosting, which is basically warping. You can warp. Sorry.
Warping.
And that's basically warping to an entire different galaxy.
I hear that you can go into black holes.
Yes, you can. And you die if you do.
I
Yeah.
want to just enter a black hole and be like, alright, later guys.
Except if you're in creative mode, then you don't die, and it's just black. Is it? That's it. And then you have to
nice.
like load a checkpoint in order to get out.
Yes, I got stuck by a black hole. I guess I'll have to load a checkpoint.
Yep, literally.
I stopped playing the game after I was going through the tutorial, and it was like, find copper. And I was like, cool, okay, cool, how do I find copper? I was like, press this button to scan. And I scanned it, and the nearest copper was like 26 minutes away. And I walked all the way there. 26 minutes later, I mined the copper, and it's like, all right, now return to your ship. I'm like, and that's the end of the game.
Well, I mean, you could have flew your ship over there, but
No, I couldn't fly the ship. I had to repair it first.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you have to repair
Survival.
you have to repair the ship, so you have to like
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like the
that's
nearest
true.
copper was like 26 minutes away. And
Of
so
walking,
I had to
of
walk
walking.
and terrain plus terrain, so I had to like,
Oh,
go around
yeah.
the terrain and stuff.
Yeah.
It was so painful, and there was also like things that wanted to kill me all the time, so I had to go
Oh
around
yeah.
those.
There's aliens. And
All the
stuff.
aliens, and I think it was like a cold planet too, so it was too cold for me, so I had to like almost die multiple times on my way over there.
And then
I
you-
was thinking it was soft locked, but
Yeah.
I managed to get halfway past it.
Yeah, and then you can build bases on different planets, and
Oh really? I never found out.
yeah. You can also build vehicles. There's like a mech. There's a giant truck there's a car, there's a hovercraft, and there's a
Can
bike.
I get a Ford F-150 on my
Yeah,
planet?
you can get a Ford F-150. No, you can't get a Ford F-150. There's
Yeah,
only
forgot.
one
They're
style
not.
of car.
They're not sponsored by Ford.
Yeah, unfortunately. But you can also get freighters, which are basically gigantic ships that
Oh.
hold your smaller ships.
It's like a parking lot.
And they have fleets, which you can basically upgrade.
Can I just buy an army?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's great. I
You
think you
can-
win the game after you buy an army.
Yeah, pretty much, because no one can stop you once you buy an army.
Imagine space pirates still attacking you while you have an army.
Yeah, literally.
They just start coming towards you. Oh, whoa, that was kind of small.
But yeah, you can basically have like tons of fighter ships and whatever for your freighter, and you just own like an entire fleet, so it's cool. You can like go on expeditions and stuff, and yeah, it's fun. It's a little boring by yourself though. I would recommend playing multiplayer if you're gonna play it, because
Imagine just scrolling
It
through the
gets-
fleet
it's-
and just seeing a
it's a
player
lot.
and going, "Oh, that is unfortunate for that
Yeah.
guy."
yeah.
Get them and immediately obliterated.
What games are you playing?
Two games in particular, Celeste and Osu, which is weird because they're both very precise. I'm playing them. One I'm speedrunning. One I'm just playing levels that are highly out of my league. So like Celeste is a 2D platformer where it's like a there's a screen. You go off the screen and you just advance to the next part of the level. So it just moves the screen and you're on to the next screen. They call them screens. And so I'm trying to speedrun it, right? So you just gotta like find the best way to get through the screen. And I'm pretty good at it. I'm not really speedrunning the whole game. I speedrun the first 3 levels because I just hate the 4th level. That's the only reason why. I only speedrun the first 3 levels because I just hate the 4th level. That's it. I just don't want to do it. That's the only reason why. I don't want to play the 4th level.
Is it too hard?
It's too hard because there's a lot of timing. So there's like moving things that will kill you, and they circle a platform, right?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
when you're speedrunning it, if you make a mistake, you're screwed. Because the cycle starts when you enter the room, right? So if you get it right going into the room, the cycle will always be the same. But when you die, you take a little bit of time to respawn, right? The cycle restarts when you respawn, but there's a little bit of a respawn animation. So during the animation, the cycle is just a little bit off. So you have to develop a whole new strategy because the cycle is off.
Oh yeah, sure.
So when you die once, which I die a lot when in my speedruns,
A lot.
I don't really. It's more like 7. My lowest amount of times I've died is 7. My
Uh-huh.
highest is 14. And only
Nice,
14
nice.
because I learned a new strategy that takes like at least 8 tries for me to get. But like, and it saves like, I don't know, half a second. It's not worth it to mess up a bunch. And people keep saying, no, why don't you just do it normally? Because you keep messing it up. Why would you keep trying to do it if you're just going to lose time from it? And I say, because if I get good at it, then I gain time from it.
Uh.
And I don't want to keep doing the same part over and over again until I beat it. Like, cause it's like I'm not a pleb. I.
Oh no.
Yeah, I play that game a lot. I play Osu, which is a precision game, which I'm not good at, and it makes me feel sad every time I watch someone better than me at Osu because I feel disowned because I always feel like I do really well in Osu when I play Osu, but then I'm like, dang, I only play 4-star levels and I still can't beat those. I have an unhealthy like addiction to just turn on no fail and then play levels that are way out of my league, and then get like 60% and think, oh wow, I did really good. Instead of playing levels that are in my skill zone without no fail and getting points
Yeah.
and getting actual scores, I just play levels that are way out of my league and I cannot beat. And when I get 70% of them, I'm like, oh, I'm getting better.
Yeah.
And I think I'm getting better. I also have the problem where I played a ton of jump maps. Hey, there's scissors right there if you want to open that.
Oh yeah. Got some jumbo sour colas.
Yeah, we went to 7-Eleven on our way back. Not on our way back. We went to 7-Eleven before we started the podcast because we just wanted some
Yeah.
drinks and stuff. And we had like $2 spare, so we bought like, jumbo. Oh, give me one of those. Yeah. How many is there? 4?
Yeah.
Sweet. I'll take 2.
Nice.
And then on the way back, the lady was walking her dog, and we were walking by it, and she called her dog a rugrat.
Eh. a Rugrat. And you're like, that's going in the podcast.
Just like freaking Rugrat, and I was sitting there like, and then I said the 100. That's going in the podcast, and now it is. So
you hear it now. Ooh.
No, it's a little bit sour. The sour candy's a little sour hunter.
Yep. Tastes pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yep.
Do you have a YouTube channel you want me to link?
I have no YouTube channel.
You have no YouTube channel? I have a YouTube channel, but I post too much the variety of content. I post whatever I feel like posting. I posted an OC video, and then I got copyright claimed. So and then I got taken down because of copyright claim. And I was like, dang, I can't post OC videos because the entire game is about music. It's a rhythm game.
Nice.
So I had to find levels that are not copyrighted.
Music at all.
Either not copyrighted or are my own music or are like free beats. I don't know. I'll have to find something. But like it makes me feel like someone actually looked at that and went, "Hey, that's my song." Which I'm like, the chances of that happening are exponentially low, unless a robot saw that and was like, "That's not your song," and then took it.
Yep.
Which would kind of suck. I don't know. I haven't posted enough OSU content to find out. I just posted one and it said copyright claim. I was like, "Oh, well, that sucks." I guess that's that. I posted some Celeste content, which isn't great. I posted my PV and I posted me trying to run Hotel. I think it took like 25 minutes. The video ended up being 26 minutes long. And I was like, nobody's gonna watch that. And then nobody did watch that.
Yeah.
And that was the first video I ever had that was like over 7 minutes long.
Yeah.
And I used to post Ultimate Custom Night content because that was the only thing I was good at. I was good at Ultimate Custom Night. Which I beat, by the way. I don't have proof of it anymore because I deleted my score so that somebody else could play, which was really dumb. Because it said 50. Wait, what did it go by?
50,000.
Yeah, 50,000.
Yeah.
It said 50. No, it said 50,600.
Yeah.
So it said 50,600, and I used to brag about it all the time.
And then you deleted it.
And I never took a screenshot, and I deleted it. I reset the score so my friend could play. I was like, oh, let's see how high of a score you can get. And then after they left, I got on. I was like, I just deleted my 50-20 score. No one's gonna believe me. Dude, 50-20. Not 50-20. Ultimate Custom Night released on mobile, like officially. It had the jankiest controls, and someone beat it.
What?
Someone beat 50-20 on mobile. It was the craziest. That guy deserves so many medals. He deserves 2 interviews with Scott Cawthon.
Mobile.
On mobile. Which, there's so many complaints with it. Like, it ran really bad. The flashlight button was too small to hit. And, like, the sounds were bad. There's a bunch of bugs where the sounds wouldn't work. The music box wouldn't wind. Like, all that stuff. And despite all the bugs, he still beat it. And that's, like, game-breaking to me. The fact that he could beat that. And it breaks my mind the fact that people put that much dedication into that. It's crazy.
How do you sit there on like a tablet or a phone and play non-stop pretty much over and over and over again, practicing to defeat 50-20?
Like this
50-20.
I played 50-20 on keyboard and there was a lot of keybinds.
That's 50 freaking hostile enemies that are trying to kill you on level 20.
Also, props to the people that I think it was Click Team. Props to those guys for putting the game on mobile. Yeah, it's a really hard feat. There is hold on, let me count. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I don't think X is used. No, yes it is. 5, 6, 7. Then there's shift. No, I don't think shift does anything. Spacebar.
Spacebar is camera.
Yeah,
right?
no, spacebar is spacebar is fan for some reason.
They
made spacebar turn off the fan, which is crazy. And there's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as the number pad. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 already that I can think of, plus enter.
So like 16 buttons.
There's like 16 buttons that are just on the keyboard, and you also have to click and stuff.
Yeah, so you have to put 16 buttons on a mobile screen in order to beat
and still allow you to be able to like move and look around and stuff.
Be able to see everything.
Yeah, they ended
And
up
all
making there's it's a little bit of a disadvantage because you have to like look at the doors to close them.
Oh yeah.
They still added some buttons so you can close the doors while your camera's up. But you have to look at the doors and tap on the doors, so that's kind of unfortunate. But again, it's Ultimate Custom, not on mobile. They're trying to get it on console, which is just gonna murder people to beat that on console.
Everyone's
Like everybody's like, yeah, it's possible on console, but like, how are you gonna get Nightmare on to work? Which is like the one where your cursor, like he'll appear when your cursor's on him. I don't remember how they got him to work on mobile, but people are thinking you move the left stick and there's like a little thing that your left stick followed, but like people are like, nah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, that would be like too slow.
Yeah, it'd be too slow. It would be a set amount of speed, and it was like on 50-20 mode where it's timed. You can die from Nightmare on in 0.9 seconds.
Yep.
That's how long it takes him for him to kill you from 0 to like full. Like for him to be from 0 to full, it takes him 0.9 seconds, and like that's impossible. It's just there's no way. But apparently they're working on it. They might just give like Nightmare on a new mechanic or something, which would be kind of dumb.
I wonder if it would work for console.
They did put the other games on console.
Oh yeah, they did.
Because the other games are like 2 doors, so that's like 2 buttons. Then there's the cameras,
Yeah.
and then
Doors would be like triggers or something.
it was just like triggers, and then I think camera controls are a little bit wonky, but it's console. Who cares? Do camera controls like moving on the camera on mobile would be so much exponentially easier? Do you understand how hard it was for me to play? I got a new PC around the time I started playing Ultimate Custom Night seriously. And my new PC, I got a new mouse with it. And my old mouse, I don't know what my old mouse ran at. I don't know what DPI it ran at. There was just color respondence to the DPI. Like a certain DPI would be a certain color, and the color would always be blue for me. And my new mouse, I didn't know the exact number my old mouse's DPI was, so I just let the default be on my new mouse, which is a Logitech G403.
Oh yeah.
My new mouse, it just had its DPI automatically at 800, so I just left it at 800, which was slightly too fast. And I tried 600, but it was slightly too slow. I was like, well, what was my old one at? So I got really confused. I left it at 800. Now I'm really used to 800, but at the time, I wasn't quite ready for 800. It was a little bit high, so I would always miss the cameras, and because there's a lot of camera moving, you gotta switch between cameras quickly. You want to spend as little time with the cameras open as possible to save power, because the longer you have your camera up, the more power you're wasting. So you want to have your camera as little as possible. It was so hard. I feel like a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about. Ultimate Custom Night is a game where there's 50 characters. You can turn them on. You can turn any of them on at with a difficulty range from 1 to 20, and there's 50 characters. So if you turn them all on, it gets really hectic and really hard to keep track of. That's the whole point. It's just really hard. The whole point is it's really hard. I'm seeing a trend here with me playing hard games. I think it's just because when I get good at hard games, I feel really good.
Yeah. It gets a lot off your shoulders, because once you work so hard on it and finally break that, like, trying and you finally just beat it, it feels so good, and so much dopamine just like is released.
Yeah, you have no idea how happy I was when I beat 50-20. It was so hard. It took so long to do. It's like when I got my personal best in Celeste, it took me like 2 hours to do that.
Yeah.
And I did it, and I was like, oh my god. And that was before I learned that my new route, which I just haven't really bothered to speedrun Celeste yet, because I was used playing Celeste wrong the entire time. I was using the joystick to move around, and I'm trying to decide. So apparently you're not supposed to use the joystick because it's inconsistent with the movement, because there's diagonal movement too, and the joystick is just generally inconsistent. So people who play on controller use the D-pad, which I think is fine. I just have never played a game with the D-pad, ever. So I tried to run with the D-pad, and then I was like, I could also play on keyboard. And then I tried to run on keyboard, and I just can't. The thing about keyboard is that key binding, and I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to bind my keys, and I did. I binded my keys eventually, but I just can't find something I'm happy with ever with my keys.
Moving on. How do you feel about PS4, Xbox, PC, mobile, and Nintendo. How do you feel with that?
You want me to say like what do you mean by that? Like which one? All of them? You want me to know? You want my opinion on all of them? Or do you
Yeah.
want my opinion? Okay.
like do you feel one is superior?
PC superior by far.
Yes.
100%. Because here's why. PC is interchangeable. So if you want a better PC, you can get a better PC. There's no such thing as a better PS4. You can't go to the store and buy an upgrade for your PS4. It's not existent. You can buy hard drive space, but that's not going to do you a whole lot. Like you can't go to the store and buy a better graphics card for your PS4. You just can't do that. With PC, your PC can be as good as you want it to be. It can be as good as you pay for it to be. So, like, if I didn't have enough money, I could make a PC that wasn't as good and still play on it. If I had a lot of money, I could make a PC that's really good and play on it. Which is why most games are capped at a certain frame rate, because there's no reason to change it. Because like the only reason it exists is so you can lower it. And then the only reason that setting existed in the first place is so you could lower it for people that didn't have as good PCs. And then people got really good PCs, and they're like, "Hey, can you add the ability for me to higher it?" And they're like, "You know what? Sure, but you can lower it. You might as well be able to make it higher." So there was never really a reason to lower it because all the PS4s and Xboxes were the same. So there was never any reason to implement that feature to any console games. So it was always the same. The graphics are always the same. The frame rate's always the same. Everything's always the same. But so the advantage with your computer is that it can be higher. You can do better. You can make your game run better, graphics, and you can do more with it.
But it's just what I like. Mainly, what I'm saying is, I see a lot on social media and stuff of people saying like competing for PS4 is better, or Xbox is better, or Nintendo is better, or PC is better.
Nintendo is not better.
Yeah, obviously.
Let me get that out of the way real quick. Nintendo is not better because the Nintendo Switch, although being amazingly convenient console, is not practical.
Yeah,
it's convenient but not practical.
It's a really good to-go device.
Yeah.
Where it's like when you're bored, you just switch out your Switch. And boom, you're playing Mario Kart while you're waiting on the ferry or something.
Or yeah, like if you own a game, you go to Jimmy's house and you put down your Nintendo Switch in his dock and you can start playing Mario Kart because he doesn't have Mario Kart. You can start playing Mario Kart with your boy Jimmy, or even the docking system, the dock which allows you to broadcast it to the TV. It's 2 cords: the HDMI and power cord to charge the Switch. That's it. That's the 2.
So it's a really convenient.
It's really
console.
convenient, but really not practical.
Yeah, it's a really good. I like the idea of the Switch, but at the same time,
it's like smaller than the average iPad, so there's not really a whole lot they can put in it. Which is amazing. The fact that it can run as well as it does and run games as well as it does is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's just that it's not the best it can be, unlike the PS4, which is this big box that can run really well.
Yeah. Basically, no hatred for Nintendo at all.
No hatred. They made a great console.
Yeah.
They made they were aiming for practicality. But not practical. They were aiming for it being usable at all times and very practical.
Yeah.
But not very liable. Like you couldn't like play competitive games on Nintendo Switch except for games that were exclusive to a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Like if you could choose to not play on Nintendo Switch, don't play on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Because they just don't run as well on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. Like Nintendo is really good with just pulling it out whenever you want, but like at the same time, I personally would rather have an Xbox or a PS4 or a PC.
It's like they were just trying to make like, I'm pretty sure what happened was they made the Wii U, and then when they made the Wii U, they looked at that and went, how about we just get rid of this part and keep the gamepad?
Yeah.
And just make the gamepad a standalone console. And then the person would be like, well, that just means we're making a really big 3DS. I'm like, no, because we'll also allow you to plug it into the TV. So it can be used both ways. And then there you go, Nintendo Switch.
So a very smart idea, but would choose something else.
Yeah, it's like for your kids, perfect. Your kids want that. That's a perfect thing for your kids to get. It has a bunch of family-friendly games.
Nintendo is 100% the best console for young ages.
Yeah, like 3DS. You want to get your kid a 3DS because you can't get him a phone, but he can take that everywhere. It's not an iPad. It's not too big. And then we're gonna move on to PS4 and Xbox. It's all on a preference. They're pretty much the exact same. People have run tests and they're like, oh, Xbox runs better with this. PS4 runs better with this. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because they both cap at 60 frames per second on everything. I just had that conversation where they cap because there's no reason to bring it higher. They're both pretty much the same thing in the end. In my all I have to say is games that are exclusive to the consoles, and whatever remote you prefer. I prefer Xbox personally, and that's purely because I own both. It's purely because I grew up as a 5-year-old with an Xbox, and I'd play Plants vs Zombies on the Xbox. So my hands have molded into the shape of controller
for
Xbox.
Mainly.
So when I played it on a PS4 for the first time, it was really difficult for me because my finger just didn't feel natural to go down there.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because like on Xbox, when you look at it and you think about it, it doesn't make sense that one thumbs up there, one thumbs down there. It makes more sense on the PS4 because both of them are down there.
Yeah.
But I never thought about it as a 5-year-old. So when I ended up picking up PS4 like last year, it was horrible. I could not use it. I could use it because it wasn't that bad, but like I was subjectively worse on PS4 for any game.
Mm.
I prefer Xbox.
And with the everyone's saying on social media and everything, like PlayStation is like saying, oh, Xbox users use batteries. You're gay. You guys use batteries. Whatever. Right?
I saw it. I saw TikTok. Actually, no, you continue. You finish.
But basically, PS4s, they still have a battery in the controller. You just don't take it out. You just charge it with a cord. That's it. That's it.
I was.
You can do the exact same thing with an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
You can just hook it up with a cord.
Oh, it's like, dang, my controller's running out of battery. Like PS4. Oh, dang, my controller's running out of battery. Better plug it in. Keep playing. Oh, dang, my Xbox controller running out of battery. Better plug it in.
Yeah.
You can do the exact same thing, except for that actually the Xbox technically in that case is better because you either have the option of plugging it in or going getting new batteries and having it immediately recharged.
And I personally like Xbox better because, not that there's anything wrong with PlayStation, but same with me. I grew up with Xbox, so the comfortability, or the comfortability, whatever you want to call the word, just that word, is more comfortable having your thumb up and your right thumb down. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, because when you grab a controller, your hands are just like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't help that I also had a Nintendo Switch before that, and the Nintendo Switch has the same style, where it's a left thumb up and right thumb down.
Yeah.
So that really screwed me over. It was like that also with like all the Nintendo consoles they had.
Yeah.
Except for when I grabbed an NES controller for the first time. Like the the Nintendo Entertainment System. The controllers are completely square, and I'm like, ow, my hands.
Yeah.
Who designed this and was like, yep, this is a good controller.
This is a good idea.
We'll just stab people right in the palm. How do you even hold that? How did that guy hold it?
Literally. But yeah. Although with PCs, like the people who say PC's better all the time, and they're like, oh, PC's like the best ever. Computers are 10 times better. I mean, it's kind of obvious. I know I'm not saying this like I'm the first person to say it. Multiple people have said this before me.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to them first or whatever. But like, obviously, a $400 Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo or whatever is gonna be a lot worse than a $3,000 computer.
But then again, that's $3,000.
Yeah.
Per computer. I'd say PC is worth it if you want it to be worth it, but if it's more expensive to get a PC that can run as good as a PS4 can.
Yeah.
But the fact it was just like the payoff because it's more expensive to get like a PC that can perfectly emulate like the exact efficiency of a PS4. It's more expensive than just buying a PS4. But the fact that you can not just stop at PS4 efficiency, but go beyond PS4 efficiency, that's why PCs are worth it. But if you don't have the money to go beyond, then a console is more
Yeah.
practical. I also have a lot of people say, uh, "Oh, I don't want to switch to PC because I don't want to have to get used to mouse and keyboard." You can plug in your controller.
Yeah.
You can even get used to a controller, and you can. I suggest you still ease into keyboard and mouse play because it's just better in general. I always tell these people, I say keyboard and mouse play is harder to begin with, but easier to end with.
Yeah.
It's easier in the long run. It gets way easier. You do it mindlessly, it's way easier. So like it's really hard to start, and it takes a really long time to get better at. But then in the long run, in like a year, it's way better. It's way easier. It's way better and way easier.
Yeah.
It's better than both worlds. It just takes more time
Wow.
rather than console, which I could probably play for 3 months and then be decent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, keyboard and mouse, I had to take like 6 months to get where I am right now, which is somewhat comfortable with games.
Anyways, moving on to next topic.
Yeah, we're running out of time a little, but we're probably gonna go for like 10 more minutes.
Oh yeah. I do want to bring this up though. I have seen a few TikToks of those nights playing GTA 5 at nighttime and going at the speed limit, and it's like one of those nights of just like letting your mind go and like having a stressful time or whatever. That's what you normally.
I mean,
do
like
to
a lot of
calm
people are
down.
stressed in these times.
Yeah. But what I find is, especially in Forza Horizon 4, it's actually a pretty fun game.
Mhm.
Getting your mind off stuff, which helps a lot, is not a bunch of people do this, but actually drifting in that game is actually very peaceful.
I don't like. Okay, are you finished with this topic? Because I want to talk about something
All right.
that's similar to this. There's a game that people apparently like called Euro Truck Driver. I'm not sure about specifics. Okay, I have not looked into this game deeply. I looked at the surface of this game, and what I saw was you're driving a truck at the speed limit, obeying the law, indicating going from point A to point B. Why is this fun?
Yeah.
Why is it fun to obey the speed limit? And I'm like, maybe it's relaxing to obey the speed limit. But the only people I see this being relaxing to is people who can't drive yet. Like people under the age of 16. Or people who failed their driver's license just so they could drive. Like that's the only people I can see. And like especially since you're not actually driving, you're like on a keyboard and mouse or like you're using a controller. And those wheels, those simulated wheels are expensive and don't even work that well. But it doesn't seem like a fun game, but I guess some people like it.
Yeah.
I saw my uncle Brendan play it for a little while, and I was like, okay, that's pretty. No, I'm never going to do that.
Yeah. I remember actually being bored of a bunch of games on my Xbox, and I went to Game Pass, and there was this game called Train Sim World.
Oh
And
god.
I thought it was gonna be like a cool multiplayer train driving game or something because it had good graphics. And so I download the game. It takes a while, but finally get on, do my first mission, and I'm in a train which has really good graphics. There's buttons everywhere, and I go through the tutorial and know every button. And all the game is you just go from point A to point B in on one track. You can't even turn right or left. You just go forward or backward. And that's all the game is. You turn on the train, you start up the engine, you turn the throttle on, and then you go as fast as you can, all the way and
That sounds like a mobile game.
it takes like 10 minutes to get from point A to point B, and you just go on a train, and that's it. You're just riding, and you just sit there.
That sounds horrible.
You can even
I mean,
get
like, good
you can,
graphics could make that game better.
yes, good graphics. It does have some pretty good graphics, I will admit, but like for me personally, other people might find that relaxing. Cool. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I'm just saying
Not for me.
not for me.
Yeah.
Like for instance, you can even get up while driving the train. You can leave your seat and the train will keep going. You'll just be sitting in the cockpit and then you can leave the train and you'll fall on the tracks and your train will leave you and then you'll just be stuck there.
Now we're playing the Red Dead Redemption 2 where we're in the Wild West.
Yeah. On some train tracks.
Red Dead Redemption 2 except there's no fighting physics.
Yep.
And no towns in sight. It's just being stranded.
Yep, that's literally all it is.
Hitchhiking Simulator 20.
Yep.
Oh no. Is there really any trending games right now? At the moment?
Um, Not that I know of.
Yeah, I don't think there's any like massive games that are out right now.
Yeah,
Like,
there will be soon. I'm
I
excited.
mean,
to
Valorant.
hear-
Valorant's the most popular
Yeah.
game, and I feel like that died down pretty quickly.
Yeah, Valorant was fun.
Valorant had a little was very short lived, but
Yeah.
it's still out. But like, I'm
Um.
not sure if it's really.
Okay.
It's because it's new.
Games I am excited for though. GTA 6. Can't wait till that comes out.
Oh, boy.
It'll be a while. I know that for sure, but can't wait. Halo Infinite. I'm freaking out over that. I'm a big Halo fan.
I'm not. I played the Halo OST. OST.
Oh,
Was it OST? It was something ST. It had an O and an ST.
ODST.
ODST. That's the one. I played Halo ODST. I beat it once, but I don't remember beating it.
Mm.
And then that was pretty fun. Yeah, I was like 7, so I didn't really know how to play Halo. I was like, shoot alien, yes.
Yeah.
And then I played the demo for Halo Reach. You know what's funny about Halo Reach? In the demo for Halo Reach, there's a scene where aliens drop from a dropship. You're supposed to go into a building and like go into spacecraft, right? I think it's the Halo Reach I'm talking about. I'm not sure. It could be a different one. But it was at a Halo game. And aliens drop from a dropship. They come out and you're supposed to go into a building. So after you kill the first wave, you can go into the building. Or you could not go into the building and just kill endless waves of enemies that just keep. They don't stop coming. They just keep coming over and over again until you go in the building. So what I ended up doing was I was just chilling. I was just destroying these aliens over and over again. I was playing the demo infinitely. That's just what I do all day. I just kill the same wave of enemies every time.
Nice.
I had fun. That's like you have some fun with such weird things as a child. Like how did I enjoy doing that over and over again?
Yeah.
It's like restarting a game every time you play it. It's like I just enjoy doing that every time. I'm like, we're gonna have a fresh start. I just enjoyed the thought of a fresh start.
Yeah.
I'm gonna apparently start better this time.
Yeah.
I still do that. I still do it to this day. I play City Skylines and I'm like, I do really well in a level. I'm like, okay, now I got time to restart.
Yep.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Although, yeah, I will say, if you want to get your mind off like COVID and blah blah blah, all the bad things that are happening to the nowadays, I would suggest getting a Master Chief Collection and just playing it from the very first game to Halo 5. Because, well, I mean, I guess Halo 4, they haven't really added a Halo 5 to the Master Chief Collection yet, but I love the storyline. It's a really good storyline. You can like fall in love with it.
We are coming to the end of the podcast now.
Yep.
We're reaching over an hour.
4 minutes.
Is there anything
passed.
else you'd like to say, Hunter?
I recommend Halo.
Recommend Halo?
If you're feeling down or something.
I don't recommend speedrunning until you find a game that you really enjoy playing. Like, you know, when you play a game and you beat it, and then you're like, I want to play that again. Play it again, but this time do it really fast and time yourself. Don't look up tutorials. I suggest you do the first run completely blind of tutorials, because then you can learn stuff. Just like play the game once casually, then play the game again, except time yourself and like play the game with the intention of going fast, and then play the game and then look up some tutorials and then play a third time.
Yeah.
and then you can just kick it off from there. Just keep playing over and over again. You're gonna need to reset a lot. That's just gonna happen. You're gonna reset a lot during speedruns. You just do. You'll mess up like 7 times, but like that's the dead run. You might as well just restart then. Or do what I do. I just keep going so you can practice the rest of the level. Because if you reset over and over again at the beginning, you become really good at the beginning, but really bad at everything else. So I like to just play through the entire thing.
Well, thanks for stopping in and tuning into this podcast.
Thank
everyone.
You. Yeah, this is the first one. I swear to God, there's gonna be more people next time. I just had my friend Hunter over, and nobody in the team was available to do the podcast. But I decided I wanted to do it anyways, and I don't regret it. I had a really fun time. Did you, Hunter?
Yeah. This was a good podcast.
This was a very good podcast. I think we talked about a couple good things.
Some people make it this far in our podcast.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, now I have to edit a bunch of stuff into the game.
Yeah.
We plan on playing a game, probably Celeste, for like an hour, so that we can have some footage in the background, so that people have something to look at. Because usually, what I plan on doing is just like recording a Discord call, so that like people can see us talk. And like maybe later on when everybody has webcams, we can do webcams. I have a webcam, but we decided that we didn't want to turn it on for this one. Maybe next time if you guys say that you want the webcam on, we might turn it on. But for this one, we're just gonna edit in some cool stuff. I'm gonna try my best. I've never done something like this before. Thank you very much, Hunter, for coming by today and being a part of this.
That's fun.
I don't know what I would have done today if you weren't here.
Dude, literally, we should do this regularly.
We should do this regularly. I had a really fun time.
Like a weekly.
I still have way more things. Like when we were hitting about like the 15-minute mark, I was like, oh, I'm running out of things to talk about. But now I can't stop talking.
Yeah, literally.
We popped off with something. I don't know what.
I was like nervous at the first start, and then now I'm like just so chill with the whole
Honestly,
thing.
we restarted the podcast like 7 times before doing this. We had like 4 test runs.
We're gonna be honest here. We had to like test the mic and everything before everything.
And we're still not even sure. We just started it and we're like, screw it. This time it is what it is. Whatever happens, happens. Anyway, yeah, we're about to go way too far over time. So, thank you, Hunter, very much for coming. Can you shake my hand? All right, you can't see, but he just shook my hand very aggressively. I feel a little attacked by that one.
Wow.
This was the I already forgot the name. Blame podcast. That's it.
Yeah.
It's Blame now. Hopefully it'll look a little bit different later in the future. I think we'll make this a series.
Yeah.
Well, where it's just me and you talking.
Yeah, we should. This is fun.
We should have a code name though, because mine's Notemeal, right?
Notemeal.
Notemeal.
I
will go. I would say how I made up that username, but that's a story for another podcast.
The funny part about that is we ate oatmeal a lot.
Yeah, we consumed a lot of oatmeal.
Yeah, together.
Yeah, good times.
Good times. Good times. Oatmeal.
Yeah, good oatmeal.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.
This might become a regular series. There will be more members soon. More episodes soon. More things soon. I'm gonna work on this a lot. This is gonna be something I work on a lot. This will be out by tomorrow at the latest, depending on how long the editing software takes and how long everything takes to do. I got Hunter here to help me out with this stuff, so thank you all for watching. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah. Bye.